Hi, I'm Holly.
And I'm Charisse.
And welcome back to the Ask Mom series of growing up videos. We're not growing up videos, we're actually helping to grow up girls.
Right. But we're not even grown up ourselves yet. That's just a process.
You'll be happy to know that when you're 42, you still won't be grown up. I mean, if you're lucky. It's like Peter Pan, forever young. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm saying. So, we have a couple of your questions that were sent in this week, and we thought we would address them on video. How about we do that?
Good idea. Let's do it. What are the questions, Holly?
Well, the first question is, what is PMS? Do you want to start, or would you like me to start?
Well, it stands for premenstrual syndrome.
Very good, Charisse. Circle gets a square.
Thank you.
Yes, and
Pre meaning before your menses. Syndrome meaning you're screwed. Take some meds.
All right, so some of the symptoms that are most common, first of all, she's right, means before your period. So that usually will come about a week before your period. You'll start noticing maybe some signs. Some girls, it'll be closer to 2 or 3 days before.
Right.
It just depends on when those hormones are changing to allow your body to menstruate, right? Things have to happen internally for that to happen. And so that will create maybe sometimes some headaches. Sometimes you get
highly emotional.
Emotional. You might find you cry at the drop of a hat. I don't know why you'd cry at a hat.
Or angry. You get angry too, right? Sometimes you can be like snap is easier than maybe when you're not premenstrual. So
yeah, if you notice that everyone is bugging you, it could be a good sign that
shorter fuse.
You're having a hard time and you're about to start your period.
In fact, sometimes when I'm premenstrual, and you definitely after so many years, you get it, right? You get like, why did that just make me so angry? It would have never done that normally. It's
really smart that if you recognize a pattern of when that starts for you, to warn people.
Yeah, and well then you're more aware of it too. Like, why is this happening? Why am I feeling this way, right? And then you can warn. It is okay to warn people.
Yes. You can warn your mom if you get to the point where you can really talk to her. You could say, I'm just having this is a tough week, and I've noticed that I'm really emotional, so have some patience with me, right? The other thing is there are some things that you can do about it. One is recognizing it will help you to keep it more under control. So like you mark your period on your calendar, you could also sort of mark when you have those emotions. You'll probably find they come up about the same time every month, right? Along with your cycle. The other thing you can do is a B complex vitamin. So simple. You start taking it maybe a week before your period, and just take one a day, and it will really seriously help your moods a lot. And obviously, anytime you take medication, you need to ask your mom or your dad if it's okay if you start taking this. But
it's not a medication; it's a vitamin. So
it's just a vitamin, right? But you shouldn't take anything without asking, probably. For sure. Yeah, particularly if you're already taking a multivitamin, it could be that your mom will want to get you a lower dose of the B complex. I heard omega-3s also help.
Omega-3s are really good.
And
that helps with everything too.
Right, and they also help with a lot of other symptoms other than moods. It can help with cramping and other things too, I've read. Like, I make sure that during the week when I'm having those emotions, big mood swings, that I try to be really good to myself. I try to make sure I'm getting enough sleep at night. I try to make sure I'm getting some exercise. I'm really careful about my diet. I might allow myself to have like a small treat every day during that week, but I don't OD it on the sugar.
But here's the problem too with PMSing. You crave chocolate. So how do you eliminate that part of it if you try not to do sugar? Because you really do crave chocolate.
You do, a lot of women do. And I just allow myself a small amount, right? I just say I'm going to have 1 square of chocolate.
Just to satisfy that need.
Right, or I'll have a chocolate milk or something like that. But, yeah, I don't think you need to deny yourself, but you also don't need to binge. And it can be a time that if you're already feeling irritable, that it's easy to binge on stuff that's really bad for you. And I think it just takes the mood swings to a whole new level. It makes it very, very hard.
And also with PMSing, you can also feel like bloated.
Yes.
Not all the time. Sometimes with my cycles, I'll feel bloated and go, oh my gosh, these pants don't fit right, or, and it's all just the water retention, the bloating feeling that you get. That's totally normal.
Right. Sometimes people get really tired. That's another thing. Like, you sort of get fatigued for a few days before you start your cycle. And so that's just normal. So just be good to yourself.
The other thing you can get with PMS too is headaches.
Mm-hmm.
You can get headaches a couple days before your cycle, during your cycle, or after your cycle.
Right.
And what I have found that the cause of that can be is low iron. So if you're running a little bit anemic, a little bit low iron because you're losing blood, then you can be getting headaches like around your cycle. So if that's happening, an iron supplement is the best.
Mm-hmm. Some of this is just great information for the next time you go to the doctor. You need to talk to your
Right.
mom about, I'm feeling really tired, and I saw in a video they said taking iron might help. If you're armed with some of that, then when your mom can call a hotline at your doctor's office and talk to a nurse and say, my teenage daughter is thinking about taking some B complex and some iron, do you have a good recommendation, or do you think that's a good idea, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But at least it gives you a starting place.
Mm-hmm. Or even just things, eating things like broccoli, spinach, and beef that are high in iron.
Right.
Those are your really good choices too. Any shellfish. I don't know if you like oysters, but I don't. But, oysters,
right.
shrimp, mussels, clams, very high in iron. But broccoli is one of your best choices for that.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Anything green, any vegetable that's green. Not green M&Ms, those don't count. Let's get that straight.
Jelly bellies.
No green Skittles.
Right.
Or the sour green jelly bellies.
It's not the same. It's not the green color, artificial color.
Right.
It's the natural color that God made.
Thin Mint ice cream does not have a lot of iron in it.